race fans. We are getting ready to start our last race of the day. This will be our CanAm cars, retro CanAms from the Gator Retro Racers Association. We'll have Jay Gard starting on white, Jim Donaldson on green, Terry Tawney on orange, Josh White on blue, Victor Villachow on purple, and Gary Wildman Worden on black. Let me get you a view of the cars. There are your cars. Jay Gard's going to start in that yellow car on the bottom of the picture. Jim Donaldson is on green next to that, the blue car with yellow paint. Terry Tawney is on orange with the orange and yellow car. Victor Villachow, Josh is in the green car. Josh White is on the blue lane in the green car. Victor Villachow is on purple in the white and orange car. Gary Wildman Worden is on black driving the green and white car, looks like. So that's a view of your cars. And now we'll go back. Let me see if I can come in any closer on those. There you go. That's Let's go to some racing. I'm going to be here just a minute and I'll head over. Y'all can go ahead. Oop, wrong board. Okay, we got Jay Gard at 33 laps, Jim Donaldson at 25, Terry Tawney leading with 36, Josh White at 34, Victor Villachow with 32. Here we go. All right. We have Terry Tawney still holding the lead with Josh White barking on his tail. Terry Tawney pulled 35 laps that heat. Josh White turned 36. Victor Villachow turned 35 also. So your top three are Terry Tawney at 71, Josh White at 70, Victor Villachow at 67. And then you got Jay Gard on Victor's tail with 65 laps. Gary Worden on Jay, 63 laps, and Jim Donaldson coming up with 52. Fast laps, we had Terry Tawney with a 4.819, Josh White with a 4.794. and Victor Villachow with a 4.945. On black, that was a remarkable lap. Terry Tawney turned a 4.819 on white, which is a very good time. And Josh did the same thing on purple, which is a remarkable lap at 4.794. So this lap Terry goes to red, Josh goes to black. So Terry and Josh are running opposite lanes. Victor Villachow goes to yellow, so he might pick up a lap on this heat, maybe two. Jay Gard goes from red to green, so he's in the driver's seat to pick up a lap. And Gary is on orange, and he ought to pick up a lap. Jim Donaldson on purple. So let's go back to racing. Okay, we got a new leader. Josh White slid by Terry Tawney. They were racing back and forth. Oh, it was a good heat. Josh turned 36 laps to Terry Tawney's 34. Terry's about to hit the lap counter, but so it's probably 1.5 lap advantage. Josh had 106, Terry Tawney at 105, Victor Villachow at 103. So none of those three are out of this. Any of those three could be top dog when this is over. Jay Gard is not out of this. We still got 5 heats to run. Jay is on blue. If he can turn a good blue, he might pick up a lap or so here. Gary is at 98, and Jim Donaldson with 76. Fast laps were Josh at a 4.846, Victor Villachow with a 4.938, and Jay Gard with a 4.995, Gary with a 5.000. And Terry Tawney was a little off on red. He was playing it safe. Smart move on Terry's part. And so Terry gave up the lead while on red, but now he rotates over to green. So Terry will be trying to challenge for some laps on green. So we're fixing to go back to racing. All right, we got Josh, currently the leader by a 2-lap margin over Terry Tawney. Josh is at 144, and Josh moves from yellow to orange, which is a fast lane, probably the fastest lane. Terry Tawney moves from green to blue, which is the second to the fastest lane. Terry is at 142 laps. Victor Villachow goes from orange to white, which Victor can run white. It's normally a difficult lane, but it's not typically for Victor. So Victor is at 139 laps. Jay Gard moves from blue to purple. Purple is not a bad lane, but it's not a fun lane. And Jay is following with 134 laps. Gary Wildman Worden moves from white to red. Gary can run red. Now this is retro, so maybe a little different, but normally Gary can smoke it on red. Jim Donaldson moves from black to yellow, so he'll have a good lane. Fast laps, we had Josh White with a 4.664, Terry Tawney with a 4.770, Victor Villachow with a 4.950, Jay Gard with a 4.879, and Gary Wildman Worden with a 4.973, Jim Donaldson with a 6.424. So let's go back to racing. after 5 heats. We got Josh trying to pull away. Josh with 182 laps. Terry Tonic with 178. Victor Villachow with 174. Jay Gard 168. Gary Wildman Worden with 164. And Jim Donaldson with 126. Fast laps, we had Josh turn to 4.648. Terry Tani a 4.723. Victor Villachow a 4.982. Jay Gard a 5.114. Gary a 5.331. And Jim Donaldson a 5.771. Way to go, Jim. That was a good time for first time on this track. We got Josh moving from orange to white, so that's going to give Terry a chance to tighten him up a little bit. Terry moves from blue to purple. Still not an easy lane, but not a bad lane. Victor Villachow moves to red, and Victor likes him some red. So Victor may not give up anything to anybody on this heat. Jay Gard goes from purple to black, so Jay's got one tight corner, and the rest of the track is hit it pretty hard. Gary moves from red to green. Gary can turn some numbers on green. He should probably pick up a lap or two probably on Jay. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Jim Donaldson is on orange. Orange is the best lane there is, so Jim may set some good time on orange. Let's go back to racing and see what's up. got Josh White running away with it. Josh goes from white to red. He seems to like those inside lanes, white and red. Josh turned a 4.745 on white, and he's now going to red. And he turned 37 laps on that heat on white. That's unheard of. 37 laps he turned on that heat. He's at 219. Terry Tawney on purple turned a 4.938. He moves to black. Most people do better on black than they do purple, even though black has a tighter turn. Terry is at 212 laps, 7 behind Josh White. Victor Villachow turned a 5.066 on red. Victor moves to green, so Victor's going to pick up a lap or two on somebody. He can drive green like nobody's business. Victor's at 208. Expect him to turn some laps this heat. Jay Gard goes from black to yellow. Jay ought to pick up a lap on somebody here, but Jay's at 201. Jay had a fast lap of 5.090. Gary Warden, he goes from green to blue. Gary does like blue. Gary could be picking up a lap or two on somebody. Gary turned a fast lap at 4.987 on green. And Jim Donaldson is going from orange to white. White's going to be tight. So let's go back to racing. All right. Wow, what a race. Okay, we got Josh White Still up by, oh, he's only 9. Terry Tawney pulled a lap off of him, I think. Josh on red, he's going to green, so he's going to make up some time. Terry Tawney from black to yellow. Terry's going to make some time. Victor Villachow goes from green to blue, so it'll be some more good time. Jay Gard goes from yellow to orange. Jay gets to finish on the best lane. Gary Wildman Worden goes to purple, which Gary can drive that into the track better than I can. He can really cruise on purple and black. Jim Donaldson is going from white to red. Our prayers are with you, Jim. That's actually a good lane if you got the timing down. Josh set a fast lap of 4.928. Terry Tawney did a 4.997. Victor Villachow a 4.988. Jay Gard a 4.944, and Gary Wildman Worden with a 4.989. Jim Donaldson with a 6.242. But look at all those guys sub 5. They're running a race. I'm telling you, it's a shame you're not here to see it, because even though the leader has quite a buffer, there's still a lot of racing going on. So let's see how this last heat plays out, and sit back and enjoy this from your rocking chair. that come from? We got Josh White leading with 292 laps, 10 laps over second place Terry Tawney with 282, Victor Villachow with 279, and Jay Gard 272. Gary Wildman Worden with 267, and Jim Donaldson with 204. For a first race, that's a great score for Jim Donaldson. I hope you enjoyed today's race. We're going to try to edit this down some and get it put up on YouTube. I hope you will follow us on YouTube and give us a thumbs up. Hope you had a great day.